And now it's time for Dr. Octagon. Dr. Octagon. Dr. Octagon. Dr. Octagon. He is here. He is here. Good evening, Noel Gallagher.
Well, fellas,
how are you, sir? You good?
I'm very, very good.
Good. It's lovely. We still got the music going on. Can't hear what you're saying. There you go. Hey, listen, while we're on the subject of the Octagon, I spoke to Gordon Smart this week.
Yeah.
And he told me he's actually been in the Octagon.
He was out at my house a couple of weekends ago, yeah.
He said you could effortlessly, these are his words, fit a family of 8 in there.
Yeah. It's bigger than a hostel.
And he said it's empty, there's still nothing in there.
No, we never got round to finishing it.
How are you, Noel? You good?
I'm brilliant, yeah.
Good. What have you been up to in the last couple of hours?
I just bought some jewellery.
Is it a ring?
It is, yeah.
I'm guessing, by the sound of your voice, it was a tiny ring you bought.
Is it a toe ring?
It was massive. It was massive.
Can we have one guess each as to what you've been up to?
Yeah.
Okay, give us one clue what you've been up to in the last hour. We'll have one guess each. If we get it, you have to tell us.
It cost me 60 quid and it took an hour.
My God, there's only one thing that jumps into my head. I will go for... Okay, right, so £60, and Jay, have a think. Rack your brains, Jay, okay? Don't go for the obvious, all right? Don't waste it. I'll go for a massage.
Yeah, I had a massage.
Is that it? Have I got it?
Yeah, you got it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a good guess.
Feeling a bit stiff after me buying the jewellery.
Ironic, the opposite is meant to happen.
Oh dear.
Oh my goodness. Was it a male masseuse or a female?
Oh, one of the two, definitely.
50%.
You're still unsure, are you?
Yeah, it was one of the two.
Okay, listen. Well, let's move on and talk lots and lots of football. Where should we begin? Let's talk about the game, of course, tomorrow night at Wembley. England are playing. It's a make or break game for the national side. Of course, you'll be watching. Are you going, by the way, or are you going to watch it on the box?
No, I'm going to watch it on telly.
You fancy? You confident?
No, really. I can't see England getting beat, but I don't know. It's this funny thing with England, particularly with this team. They've had our number the past couple of games, haven't they?
Well, I tell you what, we've been talking about what team he's going to play. Stan Collymore was on earlier on, and usually a few people in the know text him about 24 hours before. He's come up with a midfield, normal back five, of course, with Baines fitting in for Cole. And then he's come up with Gerrard and Wilshere, with Rooney just in front of him, with Sturridge in front, and then on the wings, Milner and Welbeck. What do you make of that team, if that is the team?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with James. Is good. He gets up and down, doesn't he? Danny Welbeck's never let England down. The rest of it's all right. It's pretty good. You know, Gerrard's in maybe the best form of his life, isn't he? Rooney's coming back there, so all good, I reckon. They've got no excuses if they don't do it. That's for sure.
Noel, if you had to look 24 hours ahead and do a newspaper report, what do you think we'd be reading?
Is it man gets tiny ring?
With masseuse.
After wedding proposal.
Yeah, on Gordon Smart's bizarre page.
I reckon England will get the job done.
But it's going to be horrible to watch, isn't it? It's not going to be 2 or 3. It's not going to be convincing. It's not going to be pretty.
I've got a feeling Leighton Baines might get a free kick tomorrow.
What, and score it?
And score it, yeah. He's got his eye in at the moment, hasn't he?
He has, but I mean, is that basically what we're holding out for? Is it going to be a set piece?
Well, look, you know, when you get to this, England have not set the group on fire. You take whatever you can get if you get a scrappy one. The main thing is to get on the plane to Brazil so we can all have a decent summer next summer to watching it. So really, I don't think anybody's really minded about how we get there.
No.
If England get there top of the group, that'll be job done. No complaints. If they get there via the playoffs, at least they've got there. So it's like we're at the business end of it now. So they kind of there's no minding about playing well and tactics and systems and all. Let's get there.
No. In the build up to these games, if you'd ask most England fans that we have last 2 home games and we have to win the pair of them to qualify, I think most England fans would say, okay, I'll take that. But now it's down to Roy because he has planned for this. He has got he looked at his last 4 fixtures and he would have thought, get to this top of the group and it's in their own hands. So he cannot at this stage disappoint.
No, and England have not had that many injuries to speak of. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty much a full strength. I mean, that's pretty much England's first team. You would have thought, isn't it? Bar Walcott. So there's no excuses really. But you know, Poland have got some good players. Just Montenegro a lot. They've got some. You know, they've only got world class players, but they've done England a couple of times before. So, you know. It's a tough one. It's going to be nerve-wracking till England score if they do score. You know, I mean, God knows what'll happen if they go one down.
My God, we were talking about that earlier on because when you look at what we've done in the group, and let's face it, it's not the most difficult group in the world. We've only got wins over Moldova and San Marino. I mean, that's pretty poor, isn't it?
It is when you think of when the group was drawn and everybody from the woman that makes the tea in the FA offices to the manager was saying, this is it. We couldn't have got a better group. This is, if we could have picked one group, this would have been it. Blah, 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 blah. And here we are. This time, Tuesday night could be out.
And also,
on the back of that, even when you say that, it just sounds vile.
But on the back of that, if you think that it could well be Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, I reckon Ashley Cole, and definitely Roy Hodgson, if we don't qualify, those 3 players, I think will probably retire.
Oh yeah,
and I think Roy Hodgson will get the sack. So there is motivation throughout the whole squad and management.
Well, if God forbid England didn't get there, the future's looking pretty bleak. Because who would you let's hypothetically say Hodgson goes? Who comes in?
Well, we were speaking about this earlier on, right? The names we came up with, apart from people like Phil Brown. And
good Lord, really?
Russell Slade. Well, we're just trying to think of, but the name at the top of our list was Gary Neville.
Yeah, I think England will go foreign again after this. There doesn't seem to be an outstanding candidate unless they give it Harry, which they should do. They
won't get. He won't. Not after the week Harry Redknapp's had.
Well, no, I know, but I mean they should do. You know what I mean? The players have played for him, but I think England will probably go foreign again after this. There doesn't seem to be anybody.
Yeah. What about Noel Gallagher in charge of the England side?
Well, I said I've had a great manager for 20 years. He's done wonders for me. I don't know why he's not England manager. He's been brilliant.
See him in charge.
Yeah, I've been to the last 4 World Cups. The final even. I've been to the last 3 World Cup finals. He's managed me all the way. He's got the magic.
Yeah, he's got the magic. Go on then. Before we move on, quick prediction for that game tomorrow night.
I'm going to say hopefully nervy 2-0 England.
Yeah, but hopefully he's not what we're going for. What does your head say?
1-0 England.
1-0, okay. I think 1-1. Joe, what do you think?
2-0.
You think England will draw?
Yeah, I really do.
I think 2-0.
Because we're rubbish, remember that? Everyone forgets we are poor.
Yeah,
this is the game. Yeah. This is it. The time has come. I think we'll have too much.
I tell you what, they don't win that game tomorrow. The one on Tuesday is just... I might go to that one. That'd be great.
You might get a game if we don't pull it off. Let me get your views on... I don't know if you're aware the Galatasaray chairman has come out and said there should be a European Super League created as soon as possible. 20 big teams, maybe 3, 4, 5 even get relegated each year. So, clubs like City United would be playing the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, Milan, week in, week out.
You say that, but you can't have 4 English teams in there, surely.
Okay, the likes of Manchester United will be... But what do you make of it? Do you think a European Super League is the way to go?
They've been talking about it now for the past 5 or 6 years, haven't they? And it was the same with the Premier League. They'll get their own way in the end. I can see it happening, for sure. I can see it happening, like when you see those kind of... The first round of Champions League games, half-empty stadiums, the owners don't want that. They'd rather play, less but bigger games, you know what I mean, than all the kind of the little games. I can absolutely see happening. I don't know what the chairman of Galatasaray is on about. He won't be in it.
I was going to say, of all the people to come out and start making wide sweeping statements,
should be him.
He's having a laugh, isn't he?
Yeah, Galatasaray away. No thanks.
Yeah, you're right. It's a very good point. He must know something we don't. But Jay and I are in agreement. We think it'd be amazing. It's definitely the next step up. I think it'd be to have games like that every single week. And you as a United fan, you might be waiting to see the outcome of Chelsea Barcelona to work out where your side's going to finish out. I mean, it'd just be incredible.
How would relegation work? That's something that's worth a discussion.
So it would just be like one league, like our Premier League, one league, and you play. I mean, that is definitely on the cards. It's definitely on the cards. It'd be great, actually. It'd be great.
It would be. So whoever would finish top of, say, the Premier League would then go into the Super League.
But who gets relegated? Is it
bottom 3 or 4?
Yeah, I know. But what? So you can't have. Can you then just have 5 English clubs?
I see.
Because I mean, we're talking Galatasaray. If they are part of the inception of that,
if they're at the bottom, we've got 4 in it already.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Listen. Also, what did you make of the FA Commission? Greg Dyke announced his squad for that, if you like. And we had...
Well, he's not covering himself with glory this week. He's kind of... When he's the other week about English players and all that, and, he got on his moral high horse about the lack of English players in the Premier League, and yesterday he's trying to fast-track a Belgian kid into the England team, who, incidentally, no one's asked whether he actually wants to play for England or not. And poor old Jack... how dare he have an opinion about it all? He's getting stick from all over the place. But I just think the FA, they can't take the moral high ground against the Premier League one week and then kind of use the rules to suit them the week after. Do you know what I mean?
Totally
I just think I just think, you know what? It sums up the FA. They're just kind of a bit desperate. It's a bit of a joke, because they can't go to the Premier League owners who then say, well, there's no rules to say we have to have so many English players, and then him get on his high horse about it. And then the week after, he was saying, well, the rules say that we can have whoever we want. It's just, I don't know.
Totally contradicts everything he said about 4 or 5 weeks ago at that lunch. Totally contradicts.
But it's just a nonsense.
Okay.
It's a nonsense.
No, listen, before we let you go, any jeans or haircut chat we need to get through?
I'm good with jeans. Actually, can't fit any more on the shelf at the minute. I've got to get rid of some. I've got rid of a pair too. But no, nothing going on apart from jewellery buying and trying to buy some furniture for the Octagon.
We are going to have a little competition on the Sports Bar. If someone can compose some new music for your intro, we're going to change it obviously from Dr. Octagon now to Dr. Prince Albert. So hopefully...
Dr. Prince Albert? Sounds like a reggae artist, doesn't it?
Dr. Prince Albert! Kind of works. So, Prince Albert, thank you so much for coming on this week.
Been a pleasure, always.
See you soon, mate.
All right, mate.
Cheers, pal.
Goldstein Sports Bar. Weekday nights from 10 on Talksport.